Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to apply RGB inverted filter to a live video recording in Flutter Android application using CameraX and Media3 effects. So let's get started. So there are few caveats which you need to consider. First is you need to use at least Flutter 3.32.0 or higher, otherwise you will face lot of build gradle issue. Second thing is the camera live video recording as well as the RGB inverted filter code which I will show you is completely native code. I'm not using any third-party library. And third one is when I save the video of our live video or video recording, it is saved to external storage, so you can play it with any videos app. But I was trying to play it with the video player package as well, but it is not playing. I don't know why. So yeah, there's one problem with that as well. I'm not able to figure it out. If you know, do let me know in the comments. So let's get started. So first I have main.data. I have created my Flutter project. Here I have imported Dart.io. Here I have created this my camera view.dart which I'm importing over here. This Flutter app is my project name, so you should write your own project name. Then here I have material as well as services. Then this is boilerplate code which is present by default, so I'm not changing that. Then here I have just refactored this my homepage widget which is a stateful widget, and if platform is Android, by default it is false, otherwise we keep it as true. Then here we have this method channel of camera permission as well. Then inside the init state, if platform is Android, then we just call get camera permission, and here we invoke a method called get camera permission. So if the result is true, we just change the value to is permission granted equal to true, and if is permission granted is equal to true, then we display this camera view, otherwise we just display text saying give camera permission. Then coming back to my camera view.dart, here you can see I'm importing Dart.io, Flutter material, Flutter services. I'm also importing video player and Chibi. So if you see my pubspec.yaml, I have added this video player as well as Chibi dependency. Then here is our stateful widget. Here I have created a method channel called camera view, and this video URL is empty at the start. Then here we have this video player controller as well as Chibi controller. Here is our creation params as well. Here we override the dispose and we just call controller.dispose as well as Chibi controller.dispose. And if platform is Android and video URL is not equal to empty, then we just start playing the video with the help of this Chibi controller. Else we display the Android view which will display your live camera preview as well as a record video button. Now for all other platform we are just displaying a placeholder. Here we get a callback called on platform view created. So here we just pass the particular callback, and here we have the case of send from native. So here we get the URL of the saved video. We initialize our video player controller. We add a listener to it as well. We set looping. We initialize it. We initialize our Chibi controller as well, and we assign our text to video URL. Now, like I said, this is the error which I get while trying to play the saved video. So if you have any suggestions, do let me know in the comments. Now coming back to the actual native code, so you'll have to open the Android app, open build.gradle.kts, and inside dependencies you need to add camera core, camera 2, camera life cycle, camera view, then camera video, then CameraX Media3 effect which is still in alpha at the time of me recording this, then Media3 effect as well as constraint layout. Then you need to go to Android manifest.xml. Here you need to say uses feature of Android hardware camera. Here we have the camera permission, write external storage permission as well as record audio. Then here we have the main activity.kt. So here we have added all these imports. Okay, then here we have this variable where we pass camera permission as well as record audio permission, and if Android version less than equal to p, we also pass the write external storage permission. Here we have this method channel result. Here we override on request permission result, and if that is equal to request code permission, and if all permissions are granted, we send back true, else we send back false. And here we just have a helper method just to check whether all permissions was granted or not. Here we override configure Flutter engine. So here we just override this particular part, and here we initialize my camera view factory. So here we do method channel passing in our Flutter engine.dart executor.binary messenger. Here is our camera permission, and if get camera permission, then we just do activity compat.request permission, passing in the required permission as well as request code permissions. So yeah, that's it. Now here you can see we are referring to another Kotlin file called my camera view factory. So here we just initialize this. Now the package name is same what you see over here inside main activity. So here we just copy paste this boilerplate code which is present by default. This you have to write every single time you want to embed a native Android view inside Flutter application. So don't think too much about it, just copy paste it. And here we are referencing another Kotlin file called my camera view. So here is my camera view.kt. So here again this should be your own package name. Now there are a lot of imports, so feel free to again pause the video and just copy all these imports that are there. Then here is our video capture recorder, here is our recording as well, here is process camera provider, here is our camera executor service. Then we initialize our constraint layout, our preview as well as our button. Then here is our method channel. Then here we initialize our layout params, assign it to constraint layout. Here is our constraint set as well, and here we just constrained the viewfinder, which is the camera preview, to all sides of the screen, but from the bottom we leave the margin of 200. Then here we have our button as well, so which we constrain it to all sides, so but from the bottom we leave a margin of 20. Then we add a click listener to our button. Then here is our setup camera as well, so we just call start camera. Here is our camera executor service, and here we have capture video, so button dot is enabled is equal to false. Then here we stop our recording, we make it as null. Then here is our simple date format. Here we pass content values by passing the display name, mime type, and if Android version greater than P, we also set the relative path. Then here we do the media store output options. Here we do video capture dot output, prepare our recording, and if permission is granted we just do with audio enabled. Then we start the recording. Once it is started, we just change the text of our button, and once it is finalized, if there are no error, then we just display the URI of the saved video inside toast message. But like I said, this is not a proper URI. To convert it up to a proper URI, we do this, but again I'm not really sure if this work, because this doesn't really work, so I'm not sure if this is correct or not, or what exactly is the issue. So here we just send the saved path back to Flutter side. We shut down our executor, we unbind our camera, we close our recording, and here we have this copy video to app cache. So this is what we, again this I have just copy pasted it from chat GPT. Then here is our start camera, so we just get hold of our camera provider future, add a listener. Then we initialize our preview view, we initialize our recorder, initialize our video capture. Here we get hold of our default back camera, we define this use case group builder, we add this Media3 effect as well. Then here we do RGB filter dot create inverted filter. Then we add the Media3 effect to our use case group builder. We unbind our camera provider, we bind it to the life cycle, and here we override get view, returning our constraint layout. Here we override dispose, where we shut down our camera execute. So yeah, that's it. Now let's see the output. Okay guys, so here is the output. So I have recorded it, so I'll just play it. First it asks you for camera permission, then the audio permission, then it displays the preview. Here is the record video button, I'll just click on it, it has started recording it. Then after some time I will just stop the recording, and once it is stopped, it will display the video URL inside a toast message, as you can see over here. Then like you saw, it is not able to play the video, so I just go to the files app just to prove it to you that the video has been saved and we can just play it as well. So hopefully you got the point. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.